So my coworker thinks Diddy ain't going to jail. I'm trying to figure out how. Diddy already in jail. Oh, he gonna get out. He gonna get out. He gonna get out. Yeah, they gonna let him out into the yard.
That is crazy.
My coworker's crazy. Diddy's not going to jail. Diddy is in jail, sir.
The diddler's in jail.
That's it. Eventually, though, remember all of that crap about Kim Porter? What I didn't know was that,
What about Kim?
like, him and Kim, because I'm like, how did y'all get together? Like, how did he get with her?
That's what I want to know. Do you know the tea?
I think, okay, so first of all, after women have to deal with the hormonal change of being pregnant and giving birth, and then having some man in their face like, yeah, we did good. Okay. Okay. Like, I have to hold this baby and pat you on the back like you doing good. So, the hormones of that, and I can just hear the men crying now. Oh, you complain when we're not there. No. You complain.
But she was with I'll Be Sure.
That's what I mean. Probably patting him on the back, telling him they did good. And she was aggravated because, seriously, I can't imagine how you could go from a guy like Al B. Shore to P. Diddy.
Right.
They're very different.
How long, shortly after having her first child, did she get with Diddy?
She was still holding that arm baby when Diddy was like, you and me gonna get together? Mm-hmm. And Al was sitting right there. He was like, ha ha, you funny, Diddy. And Diddy was like, oh, yeah, whatever. And eventually, she breaks up with Al B. Shore. And I know that's not literally how it happened. Like, that's not, like, literally. But he's flirting with her openly in front of everyone. And it probably started to cause tension. So I'm imagining that her and Al broke up for their own reasons. Mm-hmm. And Diddy was there to, like, catch it and save the day and whatever.
Not swoop
Basically, he did what he wanted. He's a good manipulator. He stayed in her face and put it to the point where Al was probably like, look, you have a definitive move to make here. You will get him out of your face, or I will say that you're choosing him. Like, I can imagine that's what happened.
Put it on a woman. How about
God
you?
in heaven, I hope Diddy didn't, like, straight pull her to the side and be like, if you don't pick me, I will murder you. Like,
oh, my goodness.
I don't know. But the
I'll
point
be sure
is,
you should have.
It's somewhere between, like, her trying to save Al and her very much just being manipulated by it all. Because I can imagine a woman, like, being like, I don't want to be aggressive to this aggressive man, first of all. Maybe you should get aggressive with him and let's see how that turns out.
Right.
But I can imagine if that's her only option, the other side would
Especially if I'll be not going to step up and claim what's his. That's your woman. Tell him that.
What now?
I'll be sure. Need to claim. Like, step to Diddy. And yeah. Get that man out of your face.
Well, I will say, at that time, back then, Diddy didn't have the clout that he has now. Mm-hmm. But he was always erratic. Like, there was a time shortly after he broke up with Kim that he followed her to a wedding in Italy and beat a man with a chair.
Oh, my God. He's dedicated.
To something. I don't know what, but yeah.
Dedicated.
He is off. That's all I'm saying. Like, he
followed her? That takes time, effort, and dedication, I'm telling you.
Well, more like he probably beat her there. Hell, he probably knew she was coming. The people there who witnessed the beating said he kept quoting phone calls between the man and her.
He beat this man?
Yeah, with a chair.
With a chair?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Jerry Springer right there. And
stamped his passport.
Wait a minute, you said quoted? Like he was there?
Yeah, he was like, talking about, like.
Oh my God, did he bug their phone call?
Seems like it.
He's crazy. Poor Kim. She never had a chance.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, right. Like,
she
that's
never
after she picked him over Al. But my thing is, if she had told him to go away, they probably would have both been dead sooner. Like.
Oh my.
He didn't.
Speaking of which, didn't you say he almost died?
Yeah, Pote. All his insides was all messed up. I did not know that, but yeah.
So you do think Diddy has something to do with Kim Porter's speculate? It's your opinion on her death. It is. She's supposed to have written
Kim
a
Porter's
book.
death is one of those that's like Tupac's. Her being alive was offensive for more than just one group. I feel like she had a nice, quiet disposition, but if she was really writing the book that people are like saying that she was writing, then it really ain't no telling, because that book is deeper than just Diddy.
Oh my goodness!
It is like ain't no telling.
Moving on. Thank you.
I would like to dive deeper into that myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, so throughout the 90s, there's definitely like police ignorance and intimidation on Diddy's part for some victims who are brave enough to step forward. And literally, honestly, there's just nobody
police
that can
negligence.
Make it. Yeah, there's nobody that can make it stick though, like Cassie did, and she didn't do it in a court of law. She did it in civil court.
Oh, what's the difference?
So in a court of law, you can go to jail. Like you are charged with this. You have a defense lawyer, and you may or may not go to jail.
Okay, and
in a civil court, you're being sued by someone that like feels like you've wronged them, and it's between you and them. But there's a judge there to kind of mediate and say who has the fair argument and who should win, or if both parties should pay each other, or whatever it may be.
And she won.
It's the same thing that happened with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, civil.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay.
Oh yeah, nobody was in danger of going to jail at that point.
Okay.
And nobody was in danger of going to jail with Diddy and Cassie. But when have you ever seen a civil suit filed and it's settled in a day?
What? It happened in a day?
Yeah.
Why?
It was so funny. At first,
why did he give in so fast?
It came out that she was going to sue. And his lawyers was like, we're not going to respond to blackmail. And she put the lawsuit out, and they settled the next day. And I was like, man, that doesn't feel like blackmail. Woo. Made me do a tequila giggle.
And then after that, more people started coming out?
Yeah, they very much felt brave and emboldened by money.
The Me Too movement, right?
No, the Me Too movement was different, I think, because they were not getting money.
No, I thought they were. With Bill Cosby? The Me Too movement?
Who did he pay?
I thought he paid some, but oh my goodness. Sorry, I'm thinking of Trump.
And who did he pay? Shoot, when he paid, he probably...
He paid that stripper.
Very...
Did he pay her?
What's the word that I'm looking for behind that? I bet he was nasty about it, though. Like...
But he paid her. Okay, regardless, we're going off a tangent. Correct.
You realize that when someone gets paid in a civil suit for an essay, it just means that the person either couldn't or wouldn't have gone to jail, but was found liable in like a court where they can say, okay, you did cause harm to this person's body. So when you say like, oh, well, he paid.
I see. I see what you mean. Okay.
I don't know. It's like dropping a bomb on somebody's house and then dropping a check behind the bomb. Like, you could have just saved yourself money and me time and not did it.
Yeah.
But I paid. If it meant that little to you, you could have just not done it.
Yeah.
And this is supposed to mean a lot to me, the check that you just tossed to me after invading my life and my body.
Why? I know. Like, if they're, why wouldn't they go out for jail time versus just getting paid?
Because the justice system, when it comes to crimes, is messed up, and I believe that's because they're mostly perpetrated by men, and we want to protect the men. And so a S crime isn't really a real crime. But if more men become victims of S crimes or more of them become more open about it, I think there'd be like legislative change.
And also, I think there's a statute of limitations, correct?
That's what I mean. Because they don't take it seriously, there's a statute of limitations.
Gotcha.
I don't think there should be on S crimes. It doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
Even as
Whether
a
it was
child,
yesterday or
even
is
as a
it 5
kid, I
years
was
ago
like,
or 10 years ago?
25. If you get caught 25 years later for something that you did to a 5-year-old or a 16-year-old or a 14-year-old, whatever it is, if you get caught that much later, you should still pay for it. I don't understand.
With jail time.
It took that long to catch you, so it feels like you shouldn't have to pay for it, but that means that either murder should also have that same statute of limitations or none of these crimes should.
That's a good point.
I don't understand why you could catch me 30 years later for a murder.
Right.
And I got to pay for
But
it. But it's been 30
not
years. But that was 30 years ago. I changed.
But not for
But
essaying.
I can say essay, this
Or
man can say he
graping,
changed, or
or-
this lady can say she changed. They don't and grape kids no more.
That's a good point.
That doesn't make sense.
That's a good point.
Either it all should have a statute of limitations or none of it should. Don't make that make sense.
It doesn't. It doesn't make sense.
Ugh.
So that's
And
why.
especially
So that's
if
why
it's-
she couldn't take him to regular court
But
because.
especially if it's something like essay and grape. Put a statute of limitations on stealing. Fine. Maybe somebody learned how not to steal. But
You invaded
if
somebody's
you
body.
started
Invading
doing
somebody's
essay
body.
and grapes to people, I just really find it hard to believe you grew out of that. Like you stopped.
No, the perpetrators, they get
You
away.
just got
Guess
better
what?
at it to now, like where we can't even tell no more.
They
who you
actually
did it to.
escalate.
Right.
You know that, right? The perpetrators
Absolutely.
escalate, especially if time goes by and nothing
Look at
happens to
Diddy.
them.
He escalated on camera, and everybody was like, "Ain't nothing but a gangster party."
I was about to say that's my
Thing
jam.
about them. Diddy had signs, and everybody ignored it.
Yeah.
It looks like the more I research, it's like, dang. And even the news, like they chose what to say and what not to say, and the cops chose who to look into and who not to look into, mainly who not to. And I can only hope that it was because they were being blackmailed. Like I really, really can't stand the thought that they were just all being paid, like at the same time. That's still very cowardly and very weak to allow a generation of people to be tortured by somebody as cowardly as Puffy Cheeks over here. Because you didn't want people to know that you like to touch kids. At the end of the day, stuff that's done in the dark would come to light, and it's some stuff that I would prefer people didn't know. But ain't nobody gonna blackmail me with none of it. You could go on and tell them.
Go on.
Honestly.
I'm not gonna lie.
You could just go on and tell on me, baby. I don't have time for that.
That's what I mean. I'm not
Show them
coming.
the tape.
Listen, I'm not coming for Cassidy or anything. But wasn't she with him when Justin Bieber came about?
I don't know.
Oh,
Was she?
Maybe. Maybe she was at them parties too. I think she knows what went down at them parties. I mean,
I'm sure she does. That's why he paid her so fast. Why does everybody come for Cassie? Like they came for Jada. Jada, that was you that slapped him. Like, huh? I'm pretty sure I saw a big black man. Never mind. Whatever. All right. It was Jada's fault. Let it go. Fine. I'm sorry. Jesus. It's okay. She's a witch. All right. So yes, let's say Cassie was at the party. Let's say Cassie was in the daggone room, filmed it.
yes, that means she's part of it, correct?
Oh,
She is what you call it,
brainwashed?
brainwashed. Oh my gosh, I keep forgetting. I'm sorry. Diddy
Happy
was
it's anybody's
17.
turn but her?
No,
Like,
at 17, right? She has Stockholms. I'm
that's
sorry.
a form of brainwashing.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot 17, 18. I forgot he got her so young. I keep forgetting
I
that.
don't know how young he got her. I do know
He
that
was-
the younger
she was a teenager.
the worse it is.
She was
But
a teenager.
She could have been 50 when he got her. And then abused her. And then used her to tape more abuse. That has happened a lot.
Yeah.
What is the question?
Nothing.
Is Cassie a criminal?
No, I was about to say,
Do you know how many people in that exact position have been given immunity just to debrief what they know? Just tell us everything you know, and you don't have to go to jail, man. We know you were a victim.
I see. Fair enough. Yeah, she's a victim. She had to participate because she was scared for her life.
And this is all conjecture. This is all stuff that we assume. Oh, she had to be there. Oh, she had to film it. Oh, she must have had a good time. Are we forgetting how much this man likes drugs?
That's true.
And the existence of tripods. Like, why did anyone else have to be in that room?
That's true.
He could have put that camera on a tripod, raped who he wanted, and Cassie could have been downstairs drinking her life away because she's ruined. Ruined. We need to turn this off. I gotta save the rest for part 2. It's time to go.
Wrap it up, man. Sorry.
Everybody's blaming her. I just don't get it. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Why? This is why Diddy has gotten away with it for so long. What about the woman?
I'm just asking them.
What about the woman?
I'm speaking from the people perspective. That's my job.
And this is how I react to anybody saying that. You my own fiance.
I know.
A stranger a woman, a man, a midget. Why do you go to Cassie? Cassie? Was it her in everybody's ass?
Wow.
Like, are you saying she strapped up and pegged everybody? What is happening?
What I'm saying is, if she was a participant and she was willing, if she was trying to get away, doing that video of that footage, everyone saw that footage.
You had your holes invaded multiple times a day by multiple people for however many years, then finally, someone said, all you gotta do now is hold the camera. You not gonna hold it?
Absolutely, I'm holding that camera. Yes.
Are you a participant?
Yes.
Okay, well, guess what? You are a participant now with what they call forbidden fruit. Now you're in a unique position as a participant to be the less appealing participant. We don't want you because you're just robbing, and we're trying to catch
Batman.
So why don't you sit your weird self right here? Because if you was going to hold the camera, you should have told somebody. And tell us every single thing you were ever made to do, and then we won't put you in jail, you weird creep.
Fine.
Okay.
Moving on.
Good.
Why in the video? Why if she was trying to get away? Why she stepped at the elevator? Why didn't she go to the stairs? What kind of? Again, I'm just asking questions. Wait a minute.
I just had to make sure it was still going. You can take that out real quick. Action. Why did she stop?
At the elevator.
I think that the poor dear was in shock.
Fair enough.
Honestly, I don't think she goes enough places without an escort to like know her way around. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. She probably was just in shock. You know, and I will say this, ladies and gentlemen, when you're running for your life, don't stop at the elevator. Go for the stairs.
Go. It's faster.
I don't care if it's going to set off an alarm. Great.
Set off the alarm.
People are like, oh, I don't want to what? Disturb everybody. We all finna be woke.
Right. Hit that alarm. Hit the stairway.
Pull the fire alarm.
Go. That's what I meant. Hit the alarm.
Open the emergency exit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's emergency exit. What? Break that glass and get that axe out in the hallway. Do you understand? It's Walking Dead up in here. He would have had a surprise. If you're going to wait at the elevator, at least be holding the fire escape axe. Like, what are you doing?
Get away.
He slung her like a Raggedy Ann doll.
Okay.
For nothing.
He did. God dang it. Oof.
He had to have bought out that floor. Ain't no way he didn't.
There was no one else on that floor. There would be a part 2.
Yeah, there's more.
There's more?
There's more about his history and things like that for sure. But he's definitely going to jail. I can't believe our coworker think he ain't going to jail. Like, no, he's in jail.
He's going to jail.
He's in jail. The question is, will he make it to the prison, or are they going to Jeffrey Epstein him?
Thanks for tuning in. to part two.